Hello, it's Kathleen Steffi. I am the founder and Chief Talent Officer for Naviga Recruiting and Executive Search. We place sales and marketing people all across the nation on both permanent and contract projects. We do business with all industries, and we have a special heart for global companies who come to us to hire top sales skills and top leadership here in the United States. I am a former corporate recruiter, worked my way up in corporate recruiting leadership gone rogue, who started this retained search business. Love the question that I'm going to discuss. Love it because it is so ridiculously relevant in today's recruiting landscape. And the question is, in 2016, so right now, what do recruiters, from a skills standpoint, have to master? What skills do they need to be using in order to master and recruit in this landscape? I thought about three things. This is a cool question because it is something that we're going through right now, and in all the recruiters in the nation, in the United States, likely can relate. So whether you're a corporation, very large corporate recruiter, or an agency or staffing or retained firm, it is relevant. The market's good. The market has completely and utterly changed. Candidates are happy. They're being paid well. The economy is good. Actually, the economy is great comparatively. Candidates have choices. They're in the driver's seat, not like it was before. They're earning their commissions. They're earning their bonuses. They're getting merit increases based on how good they are performing these days. Employers are cooler. They're noticing and are mindful about work-life balance, right? So there's a lot more perks in today's landscape in order to recruit and retain. So people are sticking around right now. So what that means is these three things in my world. The first one is, as a recruiter, you have to show resourcefulness and you have to show good sourcing skills. So in our world, that means pipeline development. You have to be able to be very creative in how you go and develop your pipeline and generate the right amount of volume of candidates to solicit. If you have too little of candidates to solicit, you're not going to get the return, right? The ROI won't be good. You have to make sure there's enough candidates that you are soliciting. Right now, job descriptions and postings are the least effective way to recruit. You can get lucky. I'm not saying you can't hire from a job description. It happens, good. However, right now, if you want to achieve top talent consistently, you have to be resourceful and source. Actually show your sourcing skills. And what do you do to find contact details with a candidate? If you don't have it, if you don't have their email, if you don't have their phone number, how do we get it once we identify them? You've got to have a system to do that. The second thing is consistency, okay? We have many different ways that we do things to get candidates here, right? We text, we email, we hit people up on LinkedIn, we call. The landscape has changed, right? So everyone is looking at their, iPhone in order to make decisions and communicate with the world today. The phone has become the least effective way for recruiting. So what do you do when that happens? You have to do things differently. So you have to hit them up in different ways so they can see you faster and quicker. Where? On their phone, okay? They're not in front of their desktops responding to people personally anymore. It's on their phone. So you have to show consistency with reach outs in different channels. I will give you an example of what I mean. It takes us these days more than 5 times to get a candidate, okay? We are not settling on one reach out and one method. We are not settling on just calling a candidate, okay? and then waiting for them to call us back and saying, no, lose here. We have to do texting, we have to email, we have to call, we have to hit them up on LinkedIn, we have to be creative and go to social functions and groups. Over on LinkedIn, we have to become brand experts on things. So we don't give up. We get so excited when we get a candidate after 5 hits. That makes us feel like, man, we got muscle, man. We've got skin in the game. Finally, grit. Grit, you can't give up, period, okay? You've got to show your grind. In this landscape, grit supersedes skill with a recruiter. That's a pretty strong statement. Grit supersedes skill with a recruiter. The grit to be creating, more and more numbers, the grit to never giving up, the grit to consistent reach outs. Grit is critical in this landscape. So if you want to play the game, right, and you've got to put on your big boy and big girl pants. You really do right now. If you want to play the game and go get top talent, you've got to step up, show your resourcefulness, show how much pipeline you can develop, show consistency with your reach outs, and show grit. It's pretty killer right now, but it's achievable. We're having great success. Thanks for the question. I love it.